Hey guys, today we're going to talk about installing the Baby Trend Trooper in rear facing mode. So something I want to point out, you must use these harness covers unless you're using the low birth rate or harness routing, which I will talk about in my review video how to do all of that. It's a lot of steps, so we're not going to talk about it now. We are just doing rear facing install right now. So I do not need my top tether. That can just be hung on the back where it is. I have it secured right here. It's good to go. So right now, since we're doing the rear facing, I'm going to start by popping out my rear facing foot, okay? And I'm going to point out two things to you. We have this line right here. This is for 22 pounds and up. And then we have this. And the bubble needs to be level in between there for 22 pounds or less. So this line is for 22 pounds or more. This bubble is for 22 pounds or less. So at 22 pounds, sorry, greater than 22 pounds. So once they're 23 pounds, it needs to be on that line. Or that line needs to be level with the ground. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. This is very bulky seat rear facing. And I have the level line over here. So to get that bubble line level, I'm going to have to do a few things. So, Baby Trend is the only manufacturer that I know of. I do not have every manual memorized, so don't quote me on that. But Baby Trend is the only one that I can honestly say off the top of my head, oh, I bet they allow that, and go look in the manual for, is that they allow a rolled towel on this side of the seat, not by the base only. So that's something to keep in mind. To get my, I'm going to remove my top tether. It should be rolled up, and it's not. All right, to get my line level, there, right about there. I need my towel to be wedged under this side of the base. Okay, I have my recline foot out. Now, I have very flat vehicle seats, so this would potentially not be an issue with a more reclined vehicle. So what you can do is you can take the fabric off the front here. That's what I'm doing on that side. Just taking it off so I can kind of feed put my hand under and feed this through. Feed my seatbelt through. And I realize that it's completely flipped back right now, but I'm just going to buckle it. So I have that done. I'm going to put this through and around the bottom there. Now I'm going to make sure it's level. Right there. So then I'm going to put my hand, I'm trying to do the level, bubble level right now. So I'm going to put my hand there, I'm going to tighten it down, and then I'm going to lock my seatbelt. So once it's locked, I can feed it back. Keep feeding it back. Let's make sure my bubble's still level. Nope, it's not. So this bubble is kind of finicky. There, right there is where we want it. Make sure it's tight. It's still not level. So this seat's kind of a pain getting level. There we go. All right, test it side to side, front to back. It's level right now for 22 pounds or less. So I will show you the other level line with the lower anchors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to unattach my lower anchors from where they're stored up here. I'm going to just move them underneath the cover. Again, I can just flip this up so I can see what I'm doing and pull my lower anchors in and get them to where they need to be. Anchors. I'm still leaving my recline foot out because I'm still doing a rear facing install. I'm just I am just doing it. There we go. All right. So sure I don't have it around the harness any. I don't. So all I did is I moved it around the harness and made sure it was in front of the harness now instead of behind it for forward facing. There is no rear facing lower anchor limit. I am going to show you the install for the 22 pounds and up with the lower anchors. You can do either. It's just easier to show. You would just do the seatbelt the same way if you were using the seatbelt. So to do that recline, I have to do this a lot more upright. Okay, so I'm gonna take, you could take a bath towel instead of a kitchen towel. You could take 2 kitchen towels like I am and roll them together so it's thicker. A pool noodle, anything like that. All right, and I'm gonna put it in the same place here so that this line right here, oh, like you can't see it, there's the arrow line is right here, making sure that's level with the ground. I forgot it wasn't on both sides, sorry about that. All right, so clip it in. It does make it slightly more compact. This is a good 3-across friendly seat. It does have the claw clip ones, which are really a pain to remove like once you get it on. Loosen it though so I can get it on. Make sure it's flat across the seat. Didn't twist it when I was moving it. Click them on. And then there's like these little gaps in the fabric right here. I don't know if you can see. You can kind of pull, once you tighten this down a little bit, you can pull this up and through and kind of do the inside out trick. If you don't know what that is, look it up. There's videos, I think Safe in the Seat does a really good video of what the inside out trick is. But basically, I'm just going to be pulling this up this way to get it tight enough because it's difficult to tighten. And I want this to be tight with no movement at the back. There. All right, side to side so it's still too loose. Another trick I could do is move my front seat up so I can stand here. Stand with my hips kind of on both sides of it like this and push it down while I'm tightening. So that will help me get, I got a lot of slack out when I just did that. So I'm gonna do that again. Ooh, there. And I'll climb out. And then test it side to side, front to back. My level line. So see how it's a little bit more upright. It's not like a ton more upright, but it's a little bit more upright rear facing when your child is over 22 pounds. So that is how you do the lower anchor install for rear facing. I'm Sarah. I'm a CPST. I review car seats to help make your search easier. This is the Baby Trend Trooper. Okay. Now we're just going to go over stats real quick. Your child has to be 4 pounds. Minimum to use the seat and up to 40 pounds rear facing, and then also under 40 inches and have more than 1 inch above their head up here. So this is a pretty long shell. It should last the kid to 40 inches. Should being the keyword. And this seat is 16.75 inches wide, so that is very nice for 3-across situations. I'm Sarah, I'm a CPST. I help make your car buying search easier. Follow, like, and subscribe for more content, and follow me on Instagram, Tiny Passenger Safety. Thanks, guys.